Welcome to Business Book Daily, where we pull one useful idea from one business book and turn it into something you can actually use. Today's book is The E-Myth Revisited by Michael E. Gerber. Gerber is a small business author, entrepreneur, and consultant known for teaching owners how to build companies that run on systems instead of constant owner involvement. Before we get into the book, today's episode is sponsored by CommissionOnly.com. Want to sell more without adding fixed sales salaries? Many companies hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce. Post your opportunity on CommissionOnly.com and get in front of motivated reps who are already looking for performance-based roles. That's CommissionOnly.com. Now back to the E-Myth Revisited. The big idea is simple. Most small businesses don't fail because the owner can't do the work. They fail because the owner never stops doing all the work. Gerber calls this the entrepreneur myth. A person is good at a technical skill, so they assume they'll be good at running a business built around that skill. A baker opens a bakery, a mechanic opens a shop, a designer starts an agency, a consultant launches a firm. Then reality shows up with a clipboard and a bad attitude. The owner suddenly has to sell, market, hire, train, serve customers, manage money, solve problems, handle complaints, chase invoices, and still do the technical work that started the whole thing. At that point, they don't really own a business. They own a demanding job with worse hours. That's why the book's main lesson matters. The owner's job is not just to do the work, it's to design how the work gets done. The first concept is the technician trap. Many owners stay trapped in the technical work because it feels familiar. It feels useful. It feels safer than managing people, building systems, or stepping back to think strategically. But if every customer, order, project, decision, and problem has to go through the owner becomes the bottleneck. The business can only grow as far as that person's time, energy, and patience can stretch. And that's not a business model. That's a slow-motion calendar emergency. The second concept is working on the business, not just in it. Working in the business means serving customers, making the product, answering emails, fixing mistakes, and handling today's problems. Working on the business means creating processes, training people, improving systems, tracking numbers, defining standards, and building something that can operate without you touching every detail. Both kinds of work matter, but if you only work in the business, nothing gets built beyond your own effort. The third concept is creating a business format, not just a job. A strong business has a repeatable way of operating. Customers should get a consistent experience. Employees should know what good work looks like. The owner should not have to explain every task from scratch every time. That's where systems come in. Systems do not remove judgment or creativity. They remove unnecessary confusion. A clear checklist, onboarding process, sales script, customer service standard, or delivery process helps people perform well without guessing. The fourth concept is that systems create freedom. A lot of owners resist systems because they think systems make the business stiff or impersonal. But the opposite is often true. When the basics are handled well, people have more space to think, serve customers, and solve real problems. The goal is not to turn employees into robots. The goal is to stop making everyone reinvent the wheel with a different number of wheels every Tuesday. The fifth concept is that the owner has to think like an entrepreneur. The technician asks, how do I get today's work done? The entrepreneur asks, what kind of business am I building? That question changes everything. It pushes the owner to think about roles, systems, standards, hiring, customer experience, profit, growth, and the future of the company. So how do you apply this? Start by identifying where the business depends too much on you. Look at sales, customer service, delivery, quality control, hiring, billing, scheduling, and problem solving. If everything waits for your answer, that's where the system is missing. Next, document the work you repeat most often. Don't try to build a giant operations manual in 1 week. Start with the tasks that happen every day or cause the most mistakes. Write the steps clearly enough that someone else could follow them. Then define roles and standards. People need to know what they own, what done well looks like, and when they should ask for help. Clear standards make delegation safer. Finally, schedule time each week to work on the business. Use that time to improve one process, remove one bottleneck, train one person, or simplify one recurring problem. The goal is not to disappear from the business overnight. The goal is to make the business less dependent on you every month. Here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, a business that depends on the owner for every decision is not a business yet. It's a job with invoices. Second, systems don't kill creativity. They stop people from wasting energy on the same preventable problems every week. Third, the owner's real job is to build a company where good work can happen without constant rescue. The E-Myth Revisited is worth reading if you own a small business and feel trapped doing everything yourself. It's also useful if you're good at the work, but need a better way to manage, scale, and lead the company. You might skip it if you already have strong operating systems and want advanced corporate strategy. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books begin as ideas leaders have been refining for years, frameworks, philosophies, and lessons learned the hard way. Writing the book forces those ideas into clear form, and once they're on the page, they can travel far beyond a single conversation or presentation. At memoirghostwriting.com, we write memoirs and business books for entrepreneurs, founders, executives, and industry experts. We handle the interviews, structure, writing, editing, design, and publishing, so the final product is polished, professional, and built around your voice. If you've ever thought about what a business book could do for your authority, speaking, consulting, lead generation, or legacy, visit memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today's Business Book Daily. One book, one useful idea, and one smarter way to build.